After a relative lull, North Korea exploded into action in every sense of the word. Just hours after the North announced an 8-day rocket launch window, it went ahead with its first spy satellite launch attempt of 2024 on Monday night. This was the same day that Chinese Premier Li Qiang was in Seoul for a trilateral summit with the leaders of South Korea and Japan. As well as whatever explosive diplomatic consequences that might have, the North state media reported Tuesday that the previous night's launch attempt had failed due to the air blast of the new type satellite carrier rocket during the first stage flight. In other words, a mid-air explosion soon after liftoff. North Korea could hardly hide from the failure. The launch had been detected by South Korea's military at 10:44 p.m., with an explosion following 2 minutes later, as demonstrated by this footage released by the South's Joint Chiefs of Staff. But this launch had reportedly been delayed to maximize its chances of success. There's been reported Russian technical support since last year. So what went wrong? North Korean experts have initially found that the accident was attributable to the operational reliability of a new liquid oxygen plus petroleum engine. That marks a shift from the North's intercontinental ballistic missile technology and would be similar to the fuel used by US-based SpaceX for its rockets, as well as South Korean civilian sector rockets, which initially received tech support from Russia. So it could well be that North Korea's rocket capabilities have leapt forward with Moscow's backing. Not that it helped with this latest launch. Remember, North Korea took 3 tries to eventually launch its first spy satellite last year. But since then, the North's already been overtaken by South Korea in their military spy satellite race, with the South's 2 spy satellites so far being launched via SpaceX rockets from the US. By comparison, North Korea's conducted its launches from home, and we know Pyongyang's aiming to launch 3 spy satellites into orbit this year alone, so we can presumably expect more attempts soon. All this is in defiance of global warnings that North Korean rocket launches breach UN Security Council resolutions. That's not stopped the North in the past, including in its nuclear weapon development, but Pyongyang may have risked upsetting traditional ally China, given the timing of the launch, on the same day as that trilateral summit in Seoul. Interestingly, the North's foreign ministry criticized a joint statement that came out of that summit on Monday, as China remains committed to the denuclearization of the Korean peninsula, along with South Korea and Japan. Even if Premier Li Qiang stopped short of directly pressuring the North, Beijing would not have enjoyed Pyongyang's timing at all.